you know it's true. The moment of power belongs to you. You chose a path, a higher lane where satisfaction breaks the chain. When you open a trade, you rise so high like a god who owns the sky. The world's beneath your steady hands, a life you shape the way you plan. Today's your day, don't be afraid. Click with faith, the move is made. Buy or sell, it's all the same. Balance dancing in the game. Turn emotions into gold. Future stories to be told. From this moment, here you stand. Trading years at your command. Life becomes what you create. Silence builds a stronger state. You observe, release, let go of what you can't control, you know. When you open a trade, you rise so high like a god who owns the sky. The world's beneath your steady hands, a life you shape the way you plan. Today's your day, don't be afraid. Click with faith, the move is made. Buy or sell, it's all the same. Balance dancing in the game. Turn emotions into gold. Future stories to be told. From this moment, here you stand. Trading years at your command. Strong in silence, clear in mind. Every loss a gift you'll find. Step by step your power grows. The market speaks, the trader knows. Today's your day, the crown is yours. Open wide the trading doors. Every chart becomes your stage. Write your story, turn the page. Turn emotions into gold. Legends crafted, brave and bold. From this moment, here you stand. Trading years at your command. Today's the day, you know it's true. The moment of power belongs to you. You chose a path, a higher lane where satisfaction breaks the chain. When you open a trade, you rise so high like a god who owns the sky. The world's beneath your steady hands, a life you shape the way you plan. Today's your day, don't be afraid. Click with faith, the move is made. Buy or sell, it's all the same. Balance dancing in the game. Turn emotions into gold. Future stories to be told. From this moment, here you stand. Trading years at your command. Life becomes what you create. Silence builds a stronger state. You observe, release, let go of what you can't control, you know. When you open a trade, you rise so high like a god who owns the sky. The world's beneath your steady hands, a life you shape the way you plan. Today's your day, don't be afraid. Click with faith, the move is made. Buy or sell, it's all the same. Balance dancing in the game. Turn emotions into gold. Future stories to be told. From this moment, here you stand. Trading years at your command. Strong in silence, clear in mind. Every loss a gift you'll find. Step by step your power grows. The market speaks, the trader knows. Today's your day, the crown is yours. Open wide the trading doors. Every chart becomes your stage. Write your story, turn the page. Turn emotions into gold. Legends crafted, brave and bold. From this moment, here you stand. Trading years at your command. Today's the day, you know it's true. The moment of power belongs to you. You chose a path, a higher lane where satisfaction breaks the chain. When you open a trade, you rise so high like a god who owns the sky.
Eu n-am nimic împotriva FedEx. Zic, activezi magia. Nu-l opri, de ce? Care-i problema? What the fuck? Good morning, everyone. I hope you guys are doing well. I hope you're feeling fantastic. The unicorn, it's the new mascot, is saying hello. So yeah, you'll be seeing me drinking coffee from unicorn mugs from now on. Okay. What do we have here? What do we have here?
And now I want to show so we'll go down here and I teach algorithmically the market will go back to half of the delivery range gap 70% of the time. What if you had to begin to win the
Okay, so I'm happy to yeah, I want to say I'm happy to short gold today to look for short setups. But I guess I'm gonna need really good reason to do that. Okay. You're probably hearing ICT in the background. I'm also watching him live. He's tape reading NQ, and even though I'm not trading NQ, I do yeah, it's a rare event to see him do live sessions. So I'll just take advantage and see what he has to say. Okay, so 30-minute SIBI here. The price is in at this point.
If you don't know where these levels are beforehand,
okay, sorry for that, guys. Okay, so we seem to be rejecting from a 30-minute bearish fair value gap, and there is a pretty obvious SMT going on here with silver. Silver took out Asia high, which is something that gold did like ages ago. There is sell side liquidity at the low of the London kill zone, but we'll see if price has any interest of going there. Because there is also this area here, 38.91-ish, 38.92, I'd say, where we have the high of the current 6 to 10 a.m. range, and you can see that there's relatively equal highs there, very obvious. And if I'm looking at silver, I'm not really seeing a clear intention of rejecting from the high of the Asia session, but we'll see. So all in all, that's what I'd like to see. Yeah, not sure if we're gonna get that, but we'll see. Yeah, someone says I'm multitasking. Why? Because I'm yeah, I'm multitasking, you could say, because I'm listening to ICT, right? I'm not really paying attention, honestly, but yeah, I don't know. Wow, look, just you guys, look at silver going, like, insane. Absolutely insane. So let's see if we have any high impact news for today, Wednesday. And it's also the first day of the month, so S&P Global Manufacturing PMI in 1 minute, 2 minutes, 1 to 2 minutes till the spread folder news. And they're expecting lower than previous reading. Okay, I guess we'll see what this thing is going to do. Whenever there's high impact news, and honestly, this is not really such a big high impact news. I wouldn't really say like it should have the impact that, for example, CPI or PPI usually has. But whenever there's high impact news, it's good because it means that we're gonna have some clear price action going on after the news, so it's good. So yeah, 15 seconds until numbers come out. Yeah, we'll see if gold will follow silver. Gold has been playing the Six Sister all week. And we'll see if it's gonna do the same thing now.
Is it like go down? And you will accept it. My fears are going to soon. Look at me. There's a whole lot of extra stuff here. They're removing below it. So where's it go? And it doesn't mean at all to go up. I said, makes it, but I'm not saying that. Get a reasonable amount of information. Should not be, in my opinion, this should not be looked at. It can be looked at. Never done it. No really understand what I'm doing.
Yeah, no real, new scandal, I would say. I mean, but it might still react.
I am amazed with my chat. See, that's pretty much it. Yeah, I can do it. Oh, mine, yeah. Oh, that got something. Oh, I'm doing that. Right. But it's not. This level here, RoboForex, the midpoint of it, and the label, and the upper quadrant, and the bottom. Everybody has arcade principles. They know that. What that does is it's off. No longer useful. Oh. This is my last every and my students have been for a long time. If they're laughing at every this one, start practicing it. That's how this stuff is being branded. You'll never find this ever, ever, ever. And I have to do these things because social media and AI they're basically collecting opinions. Every time I put something negative or positive about me, right when the AI will go out and scour the code is a collection of good side of the narrative.
You know what's weird? It's weird at 9:30 opened, quite decisively in one direction, but price seems to be failing to continue in that direction. And I like the way silver seems to be rejecting from the high of the Asia session and inverting. I'm talking about silver now, inverting this bullish fair value gap here on the 1 minute. What is that? 933. 933. That would be our unicorn short, confirmed by silver. But I'm still trying to make sense of a reason to take a short entry on gold, and I still haven't found one. But we do have SMT sell side right here, 38.64, and then a London kill zone low, 38.53. Okay, I'm gonna mark this SIBI. Maybe I can get a pullback up into this bearish fair value gap and take it from there. We'll see. Of course, if that's ever going to form. But this rejection from the 30-minute SIBI is nice, and it's, like I said, it's sort of like coinciding with the silver starting to reject from the high of the Asia session. We'll see, because there is still, you know, room for these two to still continue to move higher. So see, even though it seems to be setting up for a short, there is yet no clear rejection from the bearish fair value gap, and honestly no clear unicorn for me on gold. So yeah, so the unicorn's still waiting. The unicorn mug. I'm gonna be watching this set of candles here as a bearish order block. See if we can get that rejected from and really act as a bearish OB, or it's going to be broken upwards, case in which it's pretty clear I shouldn't be doing anything. You know, I'd say 90% of the time spent in front of the charts should be waiting time. And just 10% execution. Yeah. Really not a lot of stuff going on, but I do but I do like this whole area here on gold. I feel we've swept Asia session high and now we're going for the London low. We'll see. But yeah, not now, as in literally now. You know, looking at the daily chart, we are currently trading right at yesterday's high. Look at this. We've got the daily chart, and I'm just gonna mark the high of yesterday's candle, which is right here. I'm just gonna make this slightly different color. I don't know, let's make it orange and slightly thick. Okay, so this is yesterday high on the daily chart. And now just pick a price. Just gravitating around that price level. Yeah, so silver really playing it quite weird. The reason I'm saying this is because it sort of like created a unicorn here short, but then it never rejected from the SIBI at, what's that, 949? So yeah. I'd like to see like a strong close right now with a bearish fair value gap under yesterday's high, so under the orange line. You know, bearish candles, SIBI. Oh my God. Let me retry that. Bearish candle with SIBI overlapping here. Nice closure under yesterday. High back inside the range and then pull back, rejection, moving towards the low of the London kill zone where we have SMT sell side liquidity. Not SM, not sure. Yeah, SMT sell side. 38.53. Yeah, still not doing anything. One minute is really tricky, like extremely tricky, really tricky. If you have the bad habit of not waiting for 1 minute candles to close, at least 1 minute candle to close, you're in for a really ugly roller coaster. Really in for a really ugly roller coaster. See? Very tricky. 1 minute. Okay, 40 seconds-ish until the current 1 minute candle closes. If we get a nice close, bearish, preferably under the open of 9:30, I'm gonna go short. Of course, it would be ideal if it wouldn't really drop by the time the candle closes, so that I can, yeah, no, just look, see the importance of waiting for candles to close, like, yep. Really, really important. Really, really important. I might not get the entry that I want here. It might meld without me, which I'd rather it moves down without giving me a shot to enter short instead of not moving down. Because if it goes down to the low of the London kill zone and it breaks the low of the London kill zone, then it just confirms my overall bearish idea. And you know, you guys, I've been thinking a lot lately, and I'm actually trying to make sense of the following question and the answers to the following question. Like, what am I aiming whenever I sit in front of the charts? What is my intention? What's my goal? And I think that instead of having as a goal, you know, well, I want to make money, I think that it is a lot more how should I say? It is a better long-term goal that whenever I sit in front of the chart, my aim should be to get the confirmation as much as possible that I'm right, because this increases confidence. And because if you can gain confidence in your ability of being right more often than not, then it's only a matter of, you know, a little time until you're going to start seeing the results. And the results of a successful or a proper, you know, price action analysis is basically just monetary gain, right? So I think that I would really advise you, all of you individually, that every time you open your chart, try not to focus on the result, which is, you know, making profit or not losing money, but rather try to focus on the way you're processing things, the way you're reacting to things. Preferably, you shouldn't react to things. You shouldn't react to what price action is doing. I mean, not in an emotional way, but definitely you should focus more on being calm, trying to make sense of every candle that's forming, trying to build a narrative in your head, and focus on doing this as good as possible as you can without getting too emotionally involved, like getting nervous about, oh my God, why didn't I take this trade because I saw it? Oh my God, why didn't I do this? Why didn't I leave a rudder? Why didn't I close a trade? Why did I move stop loss? Why did I do this? Why did I do that? Stop punishing yourself so much about this. I also do it. We need to stop doing this, because these things are what take our focus away from what we should actually focus. on, which is just observing price action. We're not supposed to react to price action. We're supposed to observe price action and just take action only when certain things happen. But if we keep reacting to price action, then we're not observing, you know? And if we're not observing, we cannot take action based on what's going on. So that's why at the end of the week or at the end of the month, you find yourself into the same loop you've been in for the past 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, 1 year, 2 years, 5 years, whatever it is for you. Yeah, see exactly what I was saying. We might see price drop without giving a good shot to enter. But like I said, I'd rather see price drop without giving me a chance to enter a short instead of seeing it go up. Because if I see price going down, even if it's not giving me the chance to enter a short, it still means that I was right about the direction, about the overall bias, about the overall drawn liquidity. And if you have the drawn liquidity right, if you get the drawn liquidity right, then, you know, making money becomes a lot more accessible. And if price will start to move up and the drawn liquidity that I have in mind, which is all of the London fill zone, is not going to pan out, then at least I have a starting point where I'm going to be able to say, okay, so I was thinking about this and it didn't do that. It seemed as if it wanted to do that, but it didn't do that. Where did I get that wrong? So the idea is to still observe price action. And not react to anything. If you focus on the money, it's like you're focusing on the finish line. And when you focus on the finish line, you're not going to have enough focus on, you know, preserving your energy or using the energy that you have in an efficient way to make sure that you're going to make it to the finish line. Yeah, really weird price action on the 1 minute, you guys. Very weird. Really weird. Like it's literally just trading back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. back. Just took a short break. Okay, let's turn off, turn the volume of the music a little lower. Okay, so still not really anything that we could really make sense of, which really makes me want to switch to a slightly bigger time frame, like the 5-minute. Oh my god, sorry guys. Bless me. Molto. Oh, what's going on here? Do we finally start to see some movement? Oh my god. And then gold goes like, oh no, what? You thought I was going to start moving? No. You know, I'm looking at this whole, let me show you. I'm looking at this whole sell side liquidity under 12 midnight open. All this area here, and I love how it seems to be a relatively equal low area over here. So this is the reason why I'm mainly I'm mainly betting, quote unquote, on drawn liquidity being lower. And look at silver. We're seeing some nice movement on silver, but not yet on gold. You know, price is just stuck inside a range. On the 1 minute, on the 5 minutes. Took out Asia low, took out Asia high, and right now we traded back inside the range of the Asia session high. So back under Asia session high, it would make sense to move to London kills on low. And clear this area here.
Reflections of the clouds above, the sound of rain along the pond. The grass that grows beneath my feet, I close my eyes, the hum of bees. I pluck the flower violet green, lily of the valley on my knees. All the things
Yeah, I guess I just won't do it.
save this little place in my mind. I don't wanna lose you. It's too soon. I don't wanna lose you. It's too soon. Dandelions, rustling leaves, just like in my childhood dreams. You're as delicate as a leaf, you don't know what you mean to me.
Okay, so definitely got confirmation that this order block is not going to hold price. And I'm definitely not seeing what I want to see. I'm still waiting. It would be really a bummer if price would want to take out these relatively low highs prior to going lower, or yeah. That would be a bummer. Wow, yeah, really, really strong market. You know, I'm looking at silver on the monthly time frame, and I'm seeing it's really close to hitting all-time high. Silver. So if we're looking at the smaller time frames, we could say about gold that it is acting as the sixth sister. But if we're looking at the bigger time frame, like the very big time frame, then it becomes pretty obvious that in this case, silver is the sixth sister, because it's not really rushing into that all-time high. Still has 190 pips till it reaches there. However, like almost 200 pips, it's like thinking in terms of 1,000 pips relative to gold. So, and considering that silver's average daily range is around 150 points, 150 pips, more or less, and that's in its big days. I'd say, yeah, it's still gonna take a while until it's gonna reach there. Yeah, gold definitely pushing higher here. Wow, you guys, literally like literally nothing's going on. Yeah. Oh. You guys, when I'm saying that, like, what the fuck? No. I mean, I'll take it. Not a trade, because, like, no obvious reason to do that. But, like, what the fuck is this? Do you guys understand anything or what? Because I don't. Like, I don't. And to be honest with you, I don't think I want to understand anything, because all I'm interested in is being right. That's about it. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, well, I guess we're headed towards the low of the London kill zone, and it seems that the market just did what I asked, which is, well, Alex, if you're not really interested in getting this trade till the low of the London kill zone, then we're just not going to give it to you, but we're going to drop there. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, Hussein commenting in the chat on the live stream on YouTube. This was really random, like totally random. But I'm absolutely happy that I got to get the drawn liquidity right. That's all I'm aiming for every day. The execution will not be clear all the time, but if you can get the direction right, you will eventually get confident in your ability to read price action, and then eventually you're going to get confident in executing, which is basically just what I'm aiming for. And it's basically what every trader should be aiming for. You will get confident to execute if you can prove to yourself that you get the drawn liquidity right. So yeah, I don't know if there is anything for me to do here. Just really so random now. Yeah. And it's the main reason why I had the high at 933 marked. It's because that was the high of the third quarter, the 90-minute third quarter. And if we reject like Q4, which started at 10:30, it's the blue shaded area you see here at the bottom, okay, the middle blue shaded area. Let me just zoom in so you guys can see. So I've got all this piece of price action, all of this, with the low here and the high here being Q3, third quarter of 90 minutes, third 90-minute quarter. Oh, and look at how beautiful. Yeah, it's just reclaiming this first presented fair value gap, 949. That's what I would deem as the first presented fair value gap. I don't know what you guys would deem as a first presented fair value gap. I wouldn't deem 930 because, you know, someone told me that shouldn't take the first minute. And I would definitely not deem this one over here, 943, simply because, you know, I don't know, I just feel like price didn't really do anything with that. Like, it's just an imbalance candle, but it didn't really lead to a lower low like we have this one over here. But yeah. So if you're seeing, because right now, you know, Q4 is always continuation or reversal, right? So you have to think, where would continuation occur? Where would reversal occur? Continuation usually occurs after a price rebalance the fair value gap. And then it's just going to continue in the direction it moved till that moment, right? I mean, yeah. Reversal is going to happen at an old high or an old low if we're looking for a bullish reversal. But if we're dividing time into smaller chunks, and this time we're doing it into 90-minute chunks, from 9 to 10:30, we have the low here and the high here. So we could say that the high of the 9 to 10:30 a.m. range is an old high, and the low of that range is a low, right? So if we take out the high and then we start rejecting, I guess it's pretty obvious that we're then likely going to be approaching the low of the range. But yeah, you guys, I don't really care. Honestly, I was looking to take a short, but I would have taken a short inside the SIBI only if the SIBI would not have been formed by this bullish candle here. If this 1037 candle would have been a bearish candle as well, it would have been a lot better for me. And the reason I'm saying this is because I don't want to see a SIBI that forms off of 2 bullish candles and 1 bearish candle, and the second, like the third candle of the SIBI, which is bullish, it's basically just a rejection from a BISI, which occurred here. It didn't seem right, you know. Plus, I would have wanted to see the candle that created the BISI 1033 to be invalidated, meaning for price to close under that candle. I mean, yeah, we did have a very small closure under that with 1040, but it's not enough for me to consider it. Anyway, like I said, I don't even care. I don't even care. Didn't really go to the low of the London kill zone, but it did go where the bulk of the volume is, which is at the bodies of the candles. We did sweep all this area here. Bodies of the candles, that's where the bulk of the volume is. Yeah. I'm gonna call it a day. I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. Take care. Markets are quite crazy, and if you are gonna keep watching for a short entry, ride it all the way down to the low of the London kill zone, be careful. Okay, be careful. Look for the look for bearish order flow to be respected, especially on the 1 minute. So you care about bearish fair value gaps to be respected. Bullish fair value gaps, if they're being created, you want them to be invalidated. So for example, at this point, it wouldn't really feel safe for me to look for a short, even though we are inside a 5-minute SIBI, which is this one over here. Okay, we are inside a 5-minute SIBI. However, it wouldn't really feel safe for me to look for a short right now because we've invalidated a bearish fair value gap on the 1 minute, and we've also created a bullish fair value gap here on the 1 minute. Okay, and I don't see a bearish order block being formed on the 1 minute. I would like to see at least the bearish order block to be formed on the 1 minute. Okay, bearish order block, preferably bearish fair value gap, preferably. I would like to see bullish PD arrays to be invalidated. So last formed bullish PD array at this point is this bullish order block here, 1053. Okay, in order for that to be invalidated, it means that also we should close under that low here, this one, 1054. And since we have like a nested, like a lot of nesting bullish PD arrays on the 1 minute here, the bullish FVG, the bullish OB 1053, and also potentially we could be creating a bearish breaker here. That would be amazing, because then we would have bullish PD arrays which are nested next to each other failing, and that would be a more logic explanation for wanting to go short, not just because we are inside a 5-minute SIBI, but also because the 1 minute is reacting to that 5-minute point of interest or area of interest or whatever you want to call it. So as you can see right now on the 1 minute, we are disrespecting bearish PD arrays, okay? And we are creating and respecting bullish PD arrays. So you want at least the 1 minute If you want to go short, you want at least the 1 minute to show you that bullish PD arrays start to fail and bearish PD arrays starts to form and be respected. There's going to be a lot of times, yes, when you will not have time to react, or you will not have time to take action based on what you're observing price action to do, like it was the case here. But that's fine. Like I said, your focus should be on proving to yourself that more often than not, you are right about the drawn liquidity, okay? And if price action, which is order flow on the 1 minute, PD arrays that are forming, that are being respected on the 1 minute, on the 5 minute, if this is not clear for you to say for sure, yeah, I can take an entry right now so that I can benefit from price being drawn to the area of liquidity that I said it will be drawn to, then that's fine. Just don't despair, okay? Wait for price to be clear. And even if it doesn't get clear, but your drawn liquidity is still righted, that's fine, okay? Just be content with being right, because that's what's going to build your confidence. Right now, seeing all of this, I would bet that if we're breaking above here, 1035, we're likely going to see price move up to the relatively equal highs here at 38.91. Because then that would mean that this push to the downside here was nothing more but a liquidity sweep. Okay, so again, if 1035 is being broken to the upside, treat that as a bullish breaker and as a confirmation that the push to the downside here was nothing more but a liquidity sweep, and that right now price is just moving higher. And if that high is not going to be broken, and you will start seeing M1 bearish PD arrays forming and being respected, and preferably M1 bullish PD arrays being invalidated, then that's your sign to go for the short. Make sure you don't risk more than you should. Make sure that you don't risk more than, you know, you're gonna get triggered emotionally, and you should be fine. Yeah. The unicorn says bye. I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. Be safe. Bye.